Hey friends, if you're interested in hearing about how divorce impacts immigration, watch this video. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the major things you need to consider if you're going through an immigration filing process and you're either separated or divorced or contemplating divorce. So watch this all the way until the end. For those of you who are new to me, welcome. I'm LaToya McBean-Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients all over the United States and in many different countries. Now, let's get into the discussion around divorce and immigration. And I started to think about this just recently, as a matter of fact, when I posted on Instagram. For those of you who aren't following me yet on Instagram, you want to do so at McBean Immigration Law, because I do post a lot of short videos answering questions and touching on topics that many of you are most concerned about. But just a few days ago, I posted this video in which I talked a little bit about, well, how should you handle a situation whereby your spouse left you after filing for you? And so a number of you responded that, oh my God, this is me. I'm in this situation right now. I'd love to be able to pick up the pieces and move on with my filing or ultimately get through. And so in thinking about this issue, I put together this little presentation with some things that you need to really consider. The first is this: where are you in this process? Where are you? Are you separated after the filing has happened? And when I say filing, what I'm really referring to is the green card filing, okay? The green card filing, for those of you who are here in the United States going through the adjustment of status process. And certainly this impacts those of you who are overseas and your spouse is here and they've just dropped the ball on you, okay? They are gone or they have pulled out. Okay, so if you're separated after filing, the first thing you need to think about is, well, am I separated before we actually got a chance to go on an interview, right? Did the separation happen before the interview? If it happened before the interview, some of the main things that you've got to think about include, well, what will happen when I do get that interview notice? Am I going to show up on my own? Am I going to be denied? Can I try to go in and with my spouse and try to keep up appearances like we're still together in marital unity? What should I do, right? Those are the questions that you may have right now. Or if the separation happened after the interview, but before the approval, and so you're just waiting now for you're waiting for the next response from the government after you've had that interview. And if things didn't go great during that interview, the government may send you a request for additional evidence or notice of intent to deny. Or, obviously you may get that approval letter as well, or a denial if the evidence is really adverse against you. Now, the next thing to think about is, well, am I separated after the approval? And when I say separated, just to be clear, I mean you're no longer living together in marital unity. You're separated but not divorced yet. So did the separation happen after you've been approved? You might be thinking, whoa, I dodged a bullet there. I've already been approved and now it's, we're separated and so I'm free. Well, the one thing that you should think about is, well, did you get a 2-year green card, the conditional residency card? Because if you had gotten the conditional residency card and perhaps maybe your children were were filed for as well by your spouse, and your children also have the 2-year green card, well, you've got to really think about, well, how do I get the 10-year, right? The permanent residency card, the 10-year card, which the government will require you to apply for after 2 years of being a conditional resident. So those considerations need to happen as well. Now, what if you are divorced before approval? Before approval. Now, this is legal divorce that I'm speaking of here, right? There has been a final decree, a judgment issued by a court that indicates that you're now divorced. Now, what happens if this happens before you're approved by the government? And well, the first question is, well, are you divorced before the interview? Because in which case, if you're going through the green card process and you're going to get the 2-year green card, this is going to have significant implications. Although we help people in this very scenario all the time, there is a way for people to still go forward and get the 10-year green card even after they've been divorced. Now, the other question is, well, did the divorce happen after your interview? Okay. After the green card interview, you then got approved, you got the divorce, but this was before your approval. How is this going to impact you long term? All right. And when I say long term, guys, I mean this. I mean, for naturalization purposes, right? When you're seeking to apply for naturalization. If you've been divorced after you've gotten approved for the green card, it's an issue of timing. How soon thereafter will I become eligible to apply for naturalization? Is the time right to do that? And if I were to apply for naturalization now, shortly after getting my approval, because, you know, maybe 3 years, I've been a resident for 3 years and I'm eligible. Well, you've got to think about the fact that the government at the naturalization stage will still be concerned about your marriage and whether you lived in marital unity for a certain period of time. So there's a lot of things to think about when it comes on to separation and divorce, and you're going through an immigration process. You're really going to need to get some legal help. Wherever you find yourself on this spectrum, wherever you are, what stage you're at, you really need some guidance, legal help. And so contact McBean Law. We work with people virtually in many different states, all over the US, I should say. You can contact us at McBeanLaw.com to get started with a consultation so that we could figure out what the problem is and help you to strategize on your next steps. You could also email us at info@McBeanLaw.com. Our phone number is also on the screen, 516-866-3900. But our staff is on deck Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's best to just book your consultation online 24/7. Also, friends, I want to remind you that you should follow me on Instagram at McBean Immigration Law, where I drop a lot more short videos and information about immigration. If you'd like to get on my email list, we also do Q&As, send out Q&A emails, and I have a weekly immigration news email that goes out as well. So click the link below in the description. And then my online courses, I have some terrific courses. Go to latoyamcbean.mykajabi.com to see those courses. And then lastly, subscribe now, subscribe to McBean Immigration TV, hit the notification bell so that you'll be able to get my videos each week. Guys, thank you so much for being with me in this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.